bet you ain't noticed that. I took away my sight. I couldn't see my friends. I could not breathe alone. You helped my lungs expand. Slowly losing my mind over you.
What's this idiot doing?
Burn them like fire and smoke them like drugs. You like seeing me hurt, but I bet you ain't noticed.
Holy mac and cheese balls. That's another podium.
Notice that. I bet you ain't noticed that. Notice that. Smoke and the way it get into it. I know that I'm a bad man, nothing to it. I knew that, kinda knew that. Don't tell me. I know that we'll be fine someday, my love. Slowly losing my mind over you. Burn them like fire and smoke them like drugs. You like seeing me hurt, but I bet you ain't noticed that. Notice that. I bet you ain't noticed that. Notice that.
There's tension in the air today, so it must be time for qualifying.
Qualifying consists of 3 periods, with the slowest drivers eliminated after each one. With the pressure mounting, who can secure a strong starting position for the race?
Now, we've got the Haas driver there. Karun, how are they going to be feeling today?
They were looking pretty sharp in practice and setting good lap times, so they're probably feeling fairly confident now. But a good practice time doesn't always guarantee a strong qualifying outcome.
So here we are, ready to resume.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to round 1 of my World Cup. My name's Chris, otherwise known as CFRacing. I'm going to be your commentator alongside Crofty, and I believe that's also Anthony Davidson going on the mic at the moment. As we have, who's going out already? We got Max Verstappen and Nico Hulkenberg here going out in Q1. For those who are just tuning in, this is a brand new series I'm going to be doing on my channel, and this World Cup is a little bit different than, like the World Cup of soccer or football, however you guys pronounce it. We have 11 different teams going to be represented by 3 different drivers each. There was 2 main drivers, so just say, for example, for the Netherlands, the 2 main drivers are Max Verstappen and Nick de Vries, and then the substitute who has to do a minimum of 2 races, substituting for each driver at least once, is going to be Richard Verschoor, and each team has a 3rd driver. But here, we are in Q1 here in Imola, round 1, for the World Cup, which is so exciting. It's been a long time coming, and all the drivers and all the teams are very prepared for all of this here today, as we have Verstappen and Fernando Alonso. Looks like the 2 drivers on the track. I thought I saw Hulkenberg out there. He is out there as well. It doesn't say he's on a lap right now, but now Nico Hulkenberg is going to be starting his lap, which is very exciting. If you don't know anything about F1 Manager, well, you do have to control a team, and for this World Cup, I am controlling Team India. I'm going to do my best to make it as, not overpowered as possible, because if I really wanted to, I could probably win every single race. As we take a look at the sector times, Nico Hulkenberg is the first guy on a lap, so of course he's going to be currently purple. He's going to be setting the banker lap down, and maybe this could be the first time in Nico Hulkenberg's history that he scores a podium, as Verstappen now does go faster in Sector 1, but Hulkenberg is still setting a pretty solid lap time. He is green. I know the track, speaking of green, the track is incredibly green as well. We're probably going to take a look at every single driver here today, as it is round 1, and I hope you guys do enjoy the graphics as well for this World Cup, I installed a ray tracing graphics mod just to make F1 Manager look as beautiful as possible. There might be slight hints, a tiny bit of lag, which could affect a little bit of performance, but once again, it looks fantastic, and I'm very interested there. As Nico Hulkenberg goes fastest, Max Verstappen has set a faster Sector 2 than Nico Hulkenberg, and Alonso has set a faster Sector 1. Looks like the Tramp is ramping up. Looks like lap after lap here as Verstappen now goes fastest. He is currently 0.3 ahead of Nico Hulkenberg as we go on board now with Fernando Alonso. Let's take a different camera angle as we are, like I said, now on board with Fernando Alonso, two-time World Drivers Champion. If you don't know who he is, he's the 2005 and 2006 World Drivers Champion as he drove for Renault, and he is purple in Sector 1, and he is a purple in Sector 2. Could Fernando Alonso put this car for Team Spain? I hope you guys do enjoy the livery, by the way. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Alonso rounds the final 2 corners here as he's going to be heading to the line. Where will this put Fernando Alonso? Will it put him in P1? It does not. No, he is just under. He is like 39 thousandths behind Max Verstappen. That is a very impressive lap time there for the Spaniard. Charles Leclerc, Alexander Albon, and Yuki Tsunoda are the 3 drivers for Team International, or the wild card team. I used an 11th team just to throw other drivers that I really wanted to participate in this World Cup, and Charles Leclerc, same with Albon and Tsunoda, were the 3 drivers that I really wanted to see. As Leclerc now is going to be starting his first flying lap for the international team. Let's go on board with Charles Leclerc, a beautiful international livery with the international logo. And let's see what Charles Leclerc can do. Let's pull up his sectors here. As Logan Sargeant, I just see Logan Sargeant, and now Ricciardo's fast in Sector 1. Albon is even quicker now in Sector 1. We have a red flag in qualifying as Jack Crawford. I don't know if this was a push lap or an out lap or an in lap, but Jack Crawford just caused a red flag as he crashed. That is very unfortunate for Jack Crawford and Team USA. You can see his wing is completely destroyed there. Yeah, if you listen to Crofty, Team USA, I believe that was an in-lap there for Jack Crawford, so I don't know how he binned it, but the qualifying session is going to restart very soon. We are now in the final minute and a half of qualifying here as everybody is doing their hardest to set a lap to make it into Q2. Top 16 to move on, just like regular F1. I believe it's like that. I can't remember. But yeah, everybody's really setting up their final laps here. Looks like Leclerc didn't improve on a lap unless... I don't know if he did a second lap, I'm not too sure. But everybody's going to be starting a flying lap very, very soon. What does it say? It should say they're in their fastest laps or in laps right now, or out laps. The few on out laps, a few on in laps. Looks like Maini is probably going to be out. Daruvala looks like he's going to be out. We're going to stay on board with everybody here to see as we have gaps to the leader here. Unfortunately, looks like Maini put it into P22, so he's going to be starting dead last for Imola. That's a little bit unfortunate for him. Nick de Vries, he's starting a lap right now. Lance Stroll looks like he's going to be starting a lap. Same with Vettel, and Vettel's still in the pits. Is Vettel going to be eliminated here in Q1? I believe Vettel, he's going to be out. That is so unfortunate for Sebastian Vettel there. I can't believe that. How about Oscar Piastri? Oscar Piastri in P18. Is he just going to make it to the line? Is he going to start a lap? He's going to cut it very close for Piastri there. Lando Norris, he's on a fast lap. He's not improving at all, though. We have yellow flags. Looks like a lot of people are done. Piastri, P18, he is eliminated. Sebastian Vettel, P19, he is eliminated. Lando Norris might just be eliminated here. He doesn't look like he's on a fast lap. That's not good for Norris. Lance Stroll and Nick de Vries are also eliminated. That's not good for them there. Maini looks like he's going to be in dead last, but I think everybody else is going to move on. Yeah, Lando Norris, I don't think he's on a lap here, guys. I think, yeah, Lando Norris, he was on a lap, but it was not enough to improve. Lando Norris, P17, Oscar Piastri, P18, Vettel 19th, Lance Stroll 20th, De Vries 22nd, and Maini round out the top 20 as they are eliminated as we head now into Q2. Looks like now we are down to the final runs here in Q3 as Daruvala is starting his one and only flying lap in Q2. Let's see if this can make it in. Looks like Jack Crawford, unfortunately, since he did crash, cannot make a lap, so he's going to be starting in P16. It looks like most likely, as if nobody else puts in a lap, then he'll be 16th. Latifi, Giovinazzi, Antonelli, and Albon are all on the hot seat going into their final couple of laps here. As Daruvala is rounding, he's in his first sector 1 here. He is green. I don't know if it's going to be enough to improve for Johan Daruvala, but it would be a very big shock if one of the Team India cars, I don't think they're expected to perform very well in this World Cup, but if one of them makes it into Q3 here in Imola, that would be very exciting. Looks like Antonelli is also on a flying lap here. Let's stay on board with Andrea Kimi Antonelli. See how quick he's going. Albon is also on a flying lap. So is Charles Leclerc. We have no purples at the moment. As we look with Johan Daruvala, see what he's doing. He's the first guy. Looks like he's going to be the first one to finish his lap here. Well, I don't know if it'll be enough to get him into Q3. He is going double green, but this is also his first lap, so of course it's going to be green. What you want to see is not green. I mean, green is important, but you also want to see purples. Daruvala puts his car into P13. He's going to be eliminated, and looks like I probably won't be able to watch Q3 because I am controlling Team India. But yeah, we're going to stay on board with everybody else at the rest of qualifying. How far off was Johan? Johan is 1.1 seconds off Carlos Sainz. Ooh, not the best showing for Daruvala there. As we stay on board with Andrea Kimi Antonelli. Let's go with the onboard of him. Beautiful sun glare here. Antonelli puts the car into P8. What a qualifying there for Andrea Kimi Antonelli. I don't know if it'll be enough as Albon goes up into 7th. That's huge for him. What can Giovinazzi do? Can Giovinazzi put the car into Q3 and give the home fans a show today? Will it be a double Italian Q3? Looks like Leclerc just finished his lap. He puts it up into 3rd. That's an easy Q3 for him. But the next to come across the line is going to be Antonio Giovinazzi as Jack Crawford's finished. Alonso's finished his lap. He's in. So is Hulkenberg and Hamilton, and Carlos Sainz has been flying all qualifying as Giovinazzi puts it into P11. He just misses out on Q3. Looks like next to come across the line is going to be Ocon. What can he do? And then we have Daniel Ricciardo and Nicholas Latifi as well. What can Esteban Ocon do? Can Esteban Ocon put it into Q3 for France? Will it be a double Q3 for France? It is, knocking out Logan Sargeant. That sucks for him there. What about Daniel Ricciardo? He is yellow. He needs to put in a good lap here to make it into Q3. Oscar Piastri was eliminated in Q1, but can Daniel Ricciardo put it into Q3? He's rustling and hustling that car. Across the final little straight here, Ricciardo, 3 yellow sectors, probably not going to be enough to improve. What about Logan Sargeant? He's hustling the car. Can Logan Sargeant improve and knock out Andrea Kimi Antonelli? It's going to be close. No, he does not. Andrea Kimi Antonelli, the 18-year-old driving for Team Italy, has made it into Q3. What a shock there. Good job, Antonelli. Both Team International cars, both French cars, both Spain cars have made it into Q3. Wow, what a Q2. Here are the qualifying results. Unfortunately, since both of the Team India cars were eliminated, I cannot watch Q3, which that's the only unfortunate thing about F1 Manager is that you can't take a look at it. But here are your qualifying top 10. Alexander Albon puts that Team International car into P9 with P10, with Carlos Sainz in P9. Andrea Kimi Antonelli, the 18-year-old, puts that Team Italy car up into P8. Nico Hulkenberg for Germany, P7. Esteban Ocon, what a qualifying performance for him, in P6. Fernando Alonso puts that Spanish car into P5, with Lewis Hamilton qualifying that United Kingdom car in P4. Charles Leclerc puts the international team on its back, qualifying in 3rd, with Pierre Gasly. What a underrated performance from him, putting that French car into P2. And I really think it is no surprise Max Verstappen, driving for Team Netherlands, of course he has qualified on pole for the round 1 in Imola.
Not long until we get going here in Italy, with 63 laps of hard-fought motor racing.
Imola can really reward consistency, as Nigel Mansell showed here in 1992 when he became the first driver to ever win the opening 5 Grand Prix of a season.
Imola has no fewer than 4 chicanes, with the Variantes putting a slow-speed corner into every sector around this historic circuit. It's a high downforce track with sharp turns breaking up the straights. Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel. And there's always a sense of excitement when it comes to talking about Max Verstappen.
They start in P1, but will they be able to stay there? The first corner could be so crucial.
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands.
We got the 5 red lights coming on for round 1 here in Imola of the World Cup. Max Verstappen's on pole beside Pierre Gasly, and it's lights out, and away we go. As Max Verstappen gets a excellent launch off the line as Pierre Gasly's in the slipstream, as Charles Leclerc is already up into P2. Charles Leclerc's in the slipstream of Verstappen, going to go side by side with Max Verstappen. No, he's not going into turn 1, as Verstappen is clear of the field into turn 1 here. Doesn't look like there's any contact. Lewis Hamilton up into P3. Great start there for Lewis Hamilton. Horrible start for Pierre Gasly as he's dropped down 2 places. Ocon, we got some side-by-side action between Sainz and Antonio Giovinazzi here as Carlos Sainz is up into P10. Max Verstappen gets out in the lead. That's huge for him there as we have a battle between Albon and Carlos Sainz. They're side by side into sector 1 here. That's very exciting as Daruvala overtakes Lando Norris. Good job for him there. But look at Max Verstappen as he's being absolutely hounded by the likes of Charles Leclerc. What an excellent first lap here. The 2 incident rivals. Oh, they go side by side as Charles Leclerc dive bombs, and Charles Leclerc has taken the lead here in lap 1. He went through Aqua Minerale and took the lead. I've never seen an overtake there before. What a overtake by Charles Leclerc, all on medium tires. That was absolutely thrilling, and I'm sure this battle is long from over as Max Verstappen definitely does not want to give up the lead here on lap 1, but Charles Leclerc goes from P3 to P1 to lead the first ever World Cup lap. What a move by Charles Leclerc. But Verstappen's gonna be in his wheelhouse right now, right in his slipstream. As who is that? That was Hamilton setting the fastest lap. We have Leclerc, Verstappen, Hamilton. That's your top 3 representing Team International, Team Dutch, and the Great Britain team. As Charles Leclerc does end up defending Max Verstappen. That was so close there. As everybody is almost all within a tenth of each other. These equal cars. This is just like Formula 2 or Formula 3. I know there's a little bit of issues with equal cars in F2, but this is all very close and very exciting, and I can't wait to keep going. I'm sure there'll be accidents. I'm sure there'll be some yellow flags, and the safety car will be called out today. Maybe even a red flag is, Verstappen and Leclerc. What a good battle. Is Verstappen gonna, I thought Verstappen was gonna dive bomb in there. He did not. That loses him a little bit of time. Will Hamilton now try to make a move? It doesn't look like it. This is very close between the top, the top 7? The top 7 are all very close to each other. They're all basically within 2 seconds. That's absolutely insane. The top 7 are all that close. As Verstappen and Leclerc are side by side, I completely missed it. As Verstappen and Leclerc side by side going into, I forget what these 2 corners are called, but they look like the 2 Lesmos, but they're not. We're not in Monza. We are both in. We are Imola right now. As they are going to be. It's going to be a drag race down into turn 1, and don't forget about Lewis Hamilton. Leclerc is back in the lead. As who set the fastest lap there? That is Alonso. We have a yellow flag. Where is this yellow flag? Is anybody dropping back here? Leclerc's out, clear out ahead. Gasly's up into P2. They all have DRS. Nick de Vries ran wide into turn 18. Apparently, that's what the yellow flag was for. As Verstappen is down into 4th. Not a good start there for Max Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton is up into 3rd into the podium places here as Charles Leclerc now has a half a second lead, which in this is probably a pretty solid, pretty comfortable lead there. Gasly's up into 2nd. Hamilton's in 3rd. Alonso's up into 5th. Ocon, I think he qualified lower than that. He's in the 6th. Antonelli currently running in P7. I don't think this race is going to quiet down here. Nick de Vries, unfortunately, he did have that lockup. He is now down into P22. That's unfortunate for the other Dutch car right there. Maybe we'll have a sub in race 2. Maybe Richard Verschoor will get on there. But Charles Leclerc still in the lead of this Grand Prix as Pierre Gasly and Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen, Alonso, Ocon, and Antonelli are all very close. Anybody could win this race, and we'll just have to see who it'll be. Like I said, I have no clue, but Leclerc is looking pretty racy so far, but so is Pierre Gasly, and now they're going to have DRS down this main straight. Let's go on board with Gasly here. Can Pierre Gasly make the move on Charles Leclerc? The DRS is going to be very overpowered as Gasly sets the fastest lap. Leclerc is defending the outside. Will it be enough? As Max Verstappen and Hamilton are also side by side. We almost have like 2x2 as Gasly takes the lead. Leclerc and Verstappen battling for 2nd as Max Verstappen is now up into P2 and Leclerc in just 1 corner goes down to P3. I believe this is going to happen all race with these equal cars. Nobody can really push enough just to get away unless they conserve battery, but at the moment it's not looking like it. We've got some great battling here between Verstappen and Gasly, and Max Verstappen wants the lead of this race back. You know he does, knowing him. We got side-by-side action here. I believe this is Ocon and Fernando Alonso, former teammates at Alpine, battling for P5. I hope this doesn't get very spicy here, but they are battling. They are side by side, and Ocon outbrakes Alonso. That was very bold there by the French driver on his very veteran teammate Fernando Alonso. But there was also a battle for the lead. Here goes Max Verstappen on Pierre Gasly as Verstappen is going for the lead, and looks like Charles Leclerc is going for that P2, and he gets the P2. If you're a real sitting duck right now if you do not have DRS, as Hamilton is going for the P3. Can Gasly lose 3 positions in one corner and one little chicane there? He does, as Lewis Hamilton is now up in the third, as we have Verstappen, Leclerc, and Hamilton as your 1, 2, 3 at the moment. As, is Charles Leclerc diving down the inside of Max Verstappen? He does. What an overtake there for Charles Leclerc. He is overtaking Verstappen like crazy. This is just like Verstappen doing against Lando Norris in this 2024 World Drivers' Championship, as Charles Leclerc is back in the lead. Wow, that was absolutely incredibly bold there for Charles Leclerc. He's just putting the car where Verstappen isn't thinking where it should be, and he's taking the lead. Charles Leclerc back in the lead of this Grand Prix. We have a battle right now between former Aston Martin teammates Lance Stroll and Sebastian Vettel for only P18, but they are battling. Ooh, they are side by side. Can Vettel keep his nose in there? It doesn't look like he can, but still very close battling and a lot of room given between former teammates there, so that's very nice to see. As we have a battle between, who is this? Nicholas Latifi, the GOAT, and Jehan Daruvala. Daruvala up into P14. Good move for him there, and the entire grid within 6 laps is really only 9 seconds apart because Vries had that lockup. Very, very exciting racing there. Verstappen is now back in the lead. He did overtake Charles Leclerc in the DRS zone, as we have Hamilton and Gasly. Ooh, they were side by side for a little bit there. That was very exciting, but Hamilton defends and keeps it and keeps the P2. Ocon, what a performance, by the way, for both Alpine, or not both Alpine drivers, both French drivers. We have Gasly in 4th and Esteban Ocon running in P5. They're up for a huge haul of points today, as everyone else really only has 1 driver up there. We got Spain with Alonso in 6th and Sainz in 9th, but it's nowhere near P4 and P5 for this French team. We now currently are on lap 15, and Lewis Hamilton is your leader. They've just been DRS trading lap after lap here, so nothing too crazy there. We got Gasly running into P2 for the French team, looking pretty solid, with Charles Leclerc just minding his own business in 3rd, running his own race. Very close racing. This is something you just simply love to see. Max Verstappen is running into P4 for the Dutch team, with Fernando Alonso just minding his own business as well. He's just biding his time, saving his tires. Speaking of tires, we'll take a look at those after as we go down the grid here. Esteban Ocon driving for Team France in 6th. Andrea Kimi Antonelli looking real solid, and the pressure is not getting to him as this is his first time driving a Formula 1 car. He's up into P7. Nico Hulkenberg for Team Germany. Hopefully he gets a podium for the first time ever. He's in P8. Carlos Sainz for Team Spain in P9. I believe this race is going to shake up around the pit stop phase, which is around lap 30. Lap 25 to lap 30 is the pit stop window. Going to be a 1-stop, unfortunately, which sucks, but we'll see what happens. Giovinazzi, he's still in P10. Looks like it's going to be a double points at the moment for Team Italy, which is very exciting. Daniel Ricciardo, he's falling back just a little bit there, but behind Giovinazzi, so hopefully he's got a little more pace. With Logan Sargeant right behind him in the American cars, we get a nice little overtake there. Good job there for Logan Sargeant up into P11. Albon has dropped back quite a few places. He's in P13 for Team International. Jehan Daruvala driving for Team India is into P14. Lando Norris, after his horrible qualifying, is running into P15. Nicholas the GOAT Latifi is running in P16, representing the flag of Canada. That's my home flag. Oscar Piastri has not really made any moves forward driving this Australian car. He's in P17. Lance Stroll in P18. Like I said, not a good showing for Team Canada. Sebastian Vettel is in P19. He's not doing as good as I thought he would. Jack Crawford driving for Team USA. This is his first time in a Formula 1 car, so I'm sure there'll be a little bit of learning. He's quite far behind as well. Oh, we have an overtake off the track there from Maini. What has happened there? I didn't even realize they were battling. We got Maini and Jack Crawford battling for a spot as Crawford defends. Good defending there for Crawford. Maini is in a P22, and in dead last is Nick de Vries. I wonder why he got dropped by the RB team a couple years ago. I mean, if he's doing this bad, I understand why Helmut Marko didn't want him anymore. But we have a battle now for P2 as Charles Leclerc and Gasly are battling for 2nd, as Alonso has made his way up into 3rd. He's doing everything, the wily old fox, as they say on the commentary booth for the Grand Prix. Alonso is up into 3rd. Can he be a contender in today's win? Leclerc and Verstappen are down to P4 and P5. We're going to take a look at the tires right now. Hamilton, I mean, that makes sense. He's probably got the freshest hard, he does have the freshest hard tires out of everybody, and pretty much everyone else is on mediums. That's why Ricciardo was dropping back a little bit. He's on more worn softs. Albon, that's why he dropped back. He was on hards. But no one else, like Norris, he started on softs. He had a pretty good start. Vettel started on softs as well, but he didn't move up as much as I thought he would. So that's not looking too good there for Sebastian Vettel. Maybe in the pit stop phase, he'll pit a little bit earlier. I mean, I'm sure these guys, Ricciardo, Norris, and Vettel will pit earlier than everybody. But other than that, it's not looking too good for their race here today. Ooh, we got Hamilton. I thought Hamilton and Gasly were going to go side by side there. That could have been very spicy. As Albon, did he just make an overtake? Oh, there's a battle right here between Sargeant and Daniel Ricciardo for P11 here. I guess whoever takes this spot away will probably battle and fight up to Giovinazzi. Logan Sargeant and Daniel Ricciardo, ooh, they're very close. Two guys who got dropped mid-season in 2024. What are the odds of that battling for P11? Not even for a points-playing spot, as now Gasly's in the lead of the round one here in Imola. It looks like Logan Sargeant is going to get out ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. So good job there for Logan Sargeant flying the flag for the USA, as Crawford's not doing much in P20. Pit stop window currently is open, and the first two to pit are going to be Pierre Gasly for the French team and Nico Hulkenberg. Oh, Gasly's going on hards. He's pitting extra early to go to the end, and Nico Hulkenberg is also pitting to go on hards. They're going for an undercut here, so we'll see. Gasly was running in a lofty P2 when he came into the pits. Everyone else probably going to be pitting on this lap or the next lap. I mean, surprised all of the soft runners, because Gasly and Hulkenberg, they were both on mediums. They pitted before Vettel, Norris, and Daniel Ricciardo, who started this race on soft tires. But we're going to have to see if this undercut is going to be strong enough to give Gasly the lead, or even Hulkenberg. Could this put Hulkenberg in maybe a podium place here if he gets a good outlap? As, wow, they actually pit ahead of Nick de Vries. They're a whole pit stop ahead of him. That's quite unfortunate there. But Gasly, we'll see how fast he's going here. Let's take a look at some sectors. See, maybe there's sector 2 and sector 3. Giovinazzi put in a green sector 2. Pretty good there for Giovinazzi, but we're going to see if Gasly here can put in a, I mean, sector 1 will be nothing, but sector 2, let's see if he can put in a good sector 2 to put himself maybe in the undercut window here. We'll have to see. Piastri just overtook Daruvala. That's unfortunate there, but Piastri's making moves up the field finally. I know two guys pit. Speaking of pit, Lando Norris now in the pits. Lando Norris and Lance Stroll, two guys who started on softs, are in the pitch. Maini sets a green middle sector. That's impressive. And Gasly and Hulkenberg both set yellow, so it's not their personal best. So I don't know if their undercut will be as good. Maybe Lance Stroll's and Lando Norris's, as we get the first pit stop of the year for the Great Britain team. And that was absolutely lovely. Let's see what Team Canada can do. They already had their pit stop. I missed it. That sucks. But yeah, Lance Stroll, Lando Norris both coming into the pits, as well as Gasly is trying to do his best to take the lead away from Alonso, Verstappen, and Leclerc. Let's actually take a look at Fernando Alonso. This is the first time he's been in the lead here in this World Cup, and he's at the ripe age, I believe, like 44 or 43, so look at him schooling Max Verstappen at the moment, who is in his mid-20s. And wow, these are some close battles between the top four here. Alonso, Verstappen, Leclerc, and Hamilton. Some would say those are the four best drivers in Formula 1 at the moment, and they are currently leading the World Cup right now, which is huge. Antonelli, oh, we have a double stack for Team Italy. Why would they do that? Team Italy, what are you doing? This looks like a Ferrari strategy. Antonelli's going to be the first one to come into the pits, but Giovinazzi's going to get held up as he goes on to hards. And it's not a good stop. He gets held up as well. That is not good for Antonelli. That's even worse for Antonio Giovinazzi. Logan Sargeant coming in for his first pit stop as he gets held up a little bit as well. What about Sebastian Vettel? He's out as well. This grid is going to be shaken up a lot. And Gasly, still with these hard tires, has not set any. Neither is Hulkenberg. They have not set any green sectors, but Gasly out way ahead of Andrea Kimi Antonelli. I believe he will be getting an undercut on absolutely everybody. We got some good fast pit stops there. We got Daruvala into the pits. Maini is going to be pitting on the next lap here. And we're going to see if Verstappen, Leclerc, and Hamilton, and even Alonso, who's now down to fourth because DRS is so overpowered here, see if they will be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. And look how close it is as they're side by side, Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen. I don't know if they're pitting this lap or not, but I don't want them to because they're battling so hard at the moment. Oh my goodness. It'd be hilarious if they both come into the pits. Speaking of pits, Nick de Vries is in the pits there. He sets a pretty solid in-lap, I'm not going to lie. He put a green sector down. Ooh, as Verstappen runs Leclerc wide as... Oh, never mind. Leclerc's coming into the pits. So is... Who is this? This is Esteban Ocon. We're going to see the first team international pit stop of the World Cup here. Ocon, Ricciardo. We have a double stack for Australia. What are they doing? Why would they double stack? That is a horrible strategy. Oscar Piastri in the pits. Here goes Charles Leclerc. Will it be a good stop? Leclerc does not get held up. What about Ricciardo? He's out. Piastri is out of the pits as well. So is Esteban. That's Jack Crawford, sorry. Here's Esteban Ocon. He looks like he got... I believe that's overcut in the pits there by Daniel Ricciardo. That's huge for Team Australia. Ricciardo got a great pit stop. Charles Leclerc got a great pit stop. And there's Pierre Gasly. That was net race leader Charles Leclerc at the moment. And look at Pierre Gasly. He is a massive gap already. What is the gap between Charles Leclerc and Pierre Gasly? It looks like Gasly 2 seconds ahead. Yes, his tires are a little bit more worn by 5%. But that is huge. Track position is everything in this race. Nico Hulkenberg unfortunately gets stuck behind the Daniel Ricciardo. And who is that? That is Lando Norris. But Nico Hulkenberg, it looks like he's gained quite a few spots as well. Undercut, absolutely massive here today, it looks like. And with the equal cars, I expect it to be massive. I'm sure tire deltas was what Verstappen and Hamilton, Alonso and Sainz are doing. But if Alonso and Sainz end up double stacking, that would not be good for this race. And Alonso coming into the pits, and Verstappen, Hamilton, and Sainz are all staying out. So the Spanish team is not double stacking. That's great news for them, because if they were double stacking, that would be unfortunate. So is Nicholas Latifi coming into the pits, home hero. I mean, not home hero, but Canadian hero, Nicholas Latifi. And look at those absolutely gorgeous race suits and pit suits, sorry, for the Spanish team. Beautiful job. Absolutely beautiful, because the modder for this did a fantastic job, as Latifi's coming out of the pits as well. But here goes Fernando Alonso. We'll see how far ahead Gasly will be ahead of him. There goes Gasly. You can see Alonso right there. Will Leclerc's undercut be out ahead of Alonso? He's not. Charles Leclerc did not undercut Fernando Alonso, so it looks like the 1-lap overcut was better, but Gasly had a 3 or 4 lap undercut. That's why he was better than Fernando Alonso. So what if Max Verstappen or Hamilton come into the pits this lap? Alonso's going to have to warm up his tires. Looks like Charles Leclerc might go for an overtake here. He does. They are side by side. This is for a net P2 at the moment, as Leclerc and Fernando Alonso, 2 of the best drivers in Formula 1 at the moment. What a terrible camera angle. Are side by side. They are still side by side. Leclerc dives down the inside there. What a move, as Charles Leclerc is now up into P6, and he can go about chasing Pierre Gasly. He's got to close a 2.5 second gap, but Gasly is not going to have any trouble with DRS of anybody behind him, as Leclerc and Alonso are going to be in a DRS train. That's not very good for Charles Leclerc or Alonso or any of these guys behind. Norris, what an absolutely fantastic undercut. He's up into P8. He's in contention for this race. If Norris can battle Alonso, that'll give Charles Leclerc time to get away. It looks like he is. Norris is side by side, and he overtook Fernando Alonso. What tires is he on? He's on mediums, probably going to go to the end. Norris is absolutely flying. He's going to overtake Charles Leclerc as well here. What a great undercut for Charles Leclerc. Not Charles Leclerc, for Lando Norris. He's absolutely gone. Lando Norris up into P6. He's battling. We got Leclerc and Alonso battling for P7 here, as Verstappen and Hamilton are still going in this race. And Verstappen started on medium tires. Hamilton, I expected him to go long because he started on hards. Same with Sainz. He's on mediums as well. What a battle we got going here. I'm surprised none of them are in the pits yet. Are they the only 3 who haven't stopped? So the top 4 are the only ones who have not made a pit stop. We got Verstappen, Hamilton, Sainz, and Albon. None of them have made a stop yet. Hopefully, maybe everyone but Hamilton are going to stop soon, because Hamilton's still on these medium tires. And no, nobody has gone into the pits yet, as Gasly's absolutely flying. So is Lando Norris, and Charles Leclerc's behind him. Looks like they're creating a small gap to Fernando Alonso. That's exactly what Norris and Leclerc need. They don't need to fight. They need to work together to make up time. And speaking of making up time, Norris on those medium tires is absolutely flying right now. He's only a second behind Pierre Gasly. This is what Charles Leclerc needs. He needs a horse and carriage for him to get pulled up with those medium tires of Norris. I think Leclerc might actually dare make an overtake on Norris here, even though, I mean, with the DRS, that's exactly what you really need. Here goes Charles Leclerc to put him up into a net P2 at the moment. Looks like Hamilton, Verstappen, Sainz, and Albon are going to have an insane tire delta at the end of this race. But look at Leclerc, right on the back of Pierre Gasly now. He's absolutely managed those tires to perfection. Is he going to try and make an overtake here? That is bold. I'm very glad he didn't decide to do that. Maybe at this long left-hander, he'll try to make an overtake. No, he doesn't. But Leclerc has managed these tires absolutely beautifully at the moment. So is Pierre Gasly. If you take a look at the tires, yeah, Leclerc's tires are 4% fresher than Pierre Gasly at the moment. Hamilton is still in the lead with Verstappen in second and Sainz third. Albon is a little bit behind them. He's actually, well, he's caught up. He's done a pretty good job catching up to them. But I don't know if any of these guys are going to go into the pits here. Doesn't look like it again. They're still staying out. They're trying their hardest to do an insane tire delta here. The time has come for Verstappen to come into the pits. What tires is Max Verstappen going to be on to the end? Are those soft tires? There's no way Max Verstappen can use soft tires to go to the end. What a daring strategy for Team Netherlands. Verstappen in 4th at the moment. Norris is ahead of all of them here. Are they going to be out ahead of Verstappen? There's absolutely no way. Verstappen did an absolutely insane overcut. Here goes Charles. Oh, look how close it is. Leclerc is out ahead of Verstappen, but he is the only one. Leclerc is the only one out ahead of Verstappen, but Verstappen is on brand new soft tires. I guess he's going to try to go to the end on those. It'll be an absolutely fantastic tire management race if Max Verstappen can go to the end on these tires. Leclerc is tire managing those hards to perfection. He is still 4% better than Pierre Gasly, who pitted a couple laps before him, but Verstappen is going to be absolutely flying. Norris is on those mediums, which are getting a little bit worn, but Leclerc's still in the 90s with those hard tires, so hopefully his tire wear won't be too bad. Carlos Sainz still in that race lead. Albon's coming into the pits here. Sainz is still staying out. That's absolutely unbelievable. What a first stint there for Carlos Sainz. But Max Verstappen's going to be right on the back of Charles Leclerc once those tires warm up. He's on new soft tires compared to like a little bit more worn hards. This is going to be very interesting once this race ends. We'll have to see where Albon comes out as well. But Verstappen's going to have DRS on Leclerc. I'm sure Norris will make the overtake as well here. This is technically really for the net race lead. I don't see Sainz and Hamilton being out ahead of these guys. So Verstappen going to the lead now with those tires. In clean air, he's going to have to absolutely get going and just pull away. He's going to have the tire deficit or tire delta as well as he's on softs. But go on, Verstappen. Push like your life depends on it. But Norris is trying to make an overtake. Norris is not having any of this with Max Verstappen on these softs. He's trying to make Verstappen wear out those softs like crazy right now. But Verstappen, you're going to have to push, dude. You're going to have to absolutely push, man. Lewis Hamilton just finished his pit stop as Carlos Sainz, still on the original set of medium tires, is out there. He's definitely going to be going on softs to the end, I would have to say. And he's just going to push like absolute heck. Hamilton from the lead with that. Oh, no. Hamilton has dropped down all the way to P14. That is not good. Is that where Carlos Sainz is going to come out? Verstappen looks like he's played a blinder on absolutely everybody as Norris and Leclerc both got out ahead of him somehow. I guess the DRS was good enough to Verstappen to not stay ahead. But Carlos Sainz is still out there, the sole remaining driver to not make a pit stop. Can Carlos Sainz do anything? This has to be his in-lap, right? There's no way it's not. Carlos Sainz is like, I can't believe how long he's gone on these tires as Vettel is flying right now. Purple sector 1 here. He's on mediums. That makes sense. Carlos Sainz, is he going to come into the pits on this lap now? He finally is. The sole remaining driver to make a pit stop is going to be Carlos Sainz. Let's see where this will put him as Norris, Leclerc, and Max Verstappen are all absolutely pushing like heck to try to catch up to him. Hamilton, it did not work the overcut. Hamilton's down into P14. Terrible overcut. Carlos Sainz is going on. Are those hard tires? He's going on to hards. After a tire management masterclass, Carlos Sainz now going to drop all the way down. Where is this going to put him? He is so far back. He is out ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Oh, it's not. No, he's not. He's going to be behind Hamilton and on hard tires. I don't understand this strategy, what Spain are doing. This might be the worst strategy in the history of strategies. But Carlos Sainz down into P15. He looks basically like he's going to be out of this race. Like there's nothing really going on anymore. Good luck trying to overtake 14 cars. But now, everybody has made a pit stop, and Lando Norris is in the lead with Leclerc in P2 with a beautiful tire management on those hard tires, and Verstappen is in third. I thought he was going to get away, Max Verstappen, but he is not. He did not get away from Norris, who put a lot of pressure down on Leclerc and Verstappen. Norris is using up a lot of those medium tires. I don't know if he's going to make another pit stop. I don't think he should. If he can keep up the tire wear, but it's going to be close between Leclerc, Norris, Verstappen. Ricciardo with a beautiful undercut is up into P4. He's driving a fantastic race. So is Nico Hulkenberg. So there, ooh, who went wide there? That was Max Verstappen. Did you guys see that? Max Verstappen ran wide. That's not good for him. Even on those soft tires, even as well, as Norris and Leclerc battling for the lead. Leclerc now up into P1. Verstappen still with the DRS, is probably going to get around Lando Norris. No, he doesn't. But Leclerc, is this going to give him the gap he needs to get away? It might, if Verstappen and Norris keep battling. This could be huge for Charles Leclerc, as we saw Verstappen run wide there. Not good for Verstappen. A little bit of mistake there from the Dutch driver, but no, Norris on those mediums is already back into contention with Leclerc. Those mediums in like clean air are absolutely the right tire to be on at the moment, if you ask me. But maybe at the end of the race, we still have about 20 laps to go, 24 to be exact. It'll be close. Oh, we have a spin for Lando Norris. He's out. So is Nico Hulkenberg. What has happened? I was looking at the bottom of the grid here. Nico Hulkenberg for 4th. This was in 4th place. Hulkenberg was so close to a podium. What has happened here? He just clobbers the back of Lando Norris. Oh my. This changes absolutely everything. Hulkenberg has clobbered the back of Lando Norris. They are both out of this race, and the safety car is deployed. Norris can't get going. His car doesn't look that damaged, but he's out. Safety car is out here. Leclerc is in the lead with these hard tires. I don't know how it'll be. The field is going to catch up quite a bit. This really helps out Lewis Hamilton. Same with, where's Carlos Sainz? Carlos helps out Carlos Sainz a little bit as well. He didn't make any ground. We got Crawford and Nick DeVries in the pits. Crawford is on softs. Nick DeVries putting on hards for some reason. I don't know why he's doing that. But yeah, guys, the safety car's out. Oh, Nick DeVries hasn't gone in yet. Never mind. He's putting on softs. That makes a lot of sense. Nico Hulkenberg is a 5-second time penalty, but it doesn't really matter because him and Lando Norris are both out of this race. I can't believe that just happened. Hulkenberg and Norris crashed into each other from 3rd and 4th. Hulkenberg was so close to a podium as well. He could have tasted it, but now he gave it all away. I don't know if it was brake failure or just a misjudgment, but that's not good for him. Crawford and DeVries could be very quick at the end of this race, by the way, so let's stay tuned with them. But yeah, let's get to the safety car restart and skip a little bit here. Safety car is ending this lap, and it looks like both of the Team India drivers of Daruvala and Maini have also pitted for brand new softs as well, so they're going to be quick at the end of this race. So is Crawford. I would not be surprised if Hamilton makes his way up. Look, and Albon, they both have pretty nice and spanking new medium tires as well. Don't forget about Max Verstappen, who is still on those soft tires. He has managed them to perfection so far, as we are green for the safety car restart, as Charles Leclerc is going to be leading it. Charles Leclerc has not gone yet. Looks like has he gone? Charles Leclerc is gone now. There's going to be no DRS this lap, but next lap there will be DRS. But I think this slipstream is going to be enough just for Max Verstappen. Are they side by side? They're not side by side yet. Verstappen, for some reason, doesn't want to get a slipstream, as there goes Daniel Ricciardo, the last of the late breakers, going to be side by side with Verstappen, as Leclerc is out still ahead. As Max Verstappen defends up into P2, he pushes Ricciardo a little bit wide. Great racing for everybody there, as there's already a gap between Lance Stroll and Lewis Hamilton for 10th and 11th there. That's not good for Lance Stroll. Looks like he got a bad restart, but all eyes are going to be on this battle between Leclerc and Max Verstappen for the win here in Imola. Both are probably going to push like absolute heck right now to try to get as many positions as possible. Crawford made up a spot. He's on brand new softs. He's going to be flying to the end of this race. I'm sure he can just keep pushing. But Charles Leclerc on mediums and Max Verstappen on softs. These tires should not be this close. Verstappen still got 77% tire wear left, but everyone else is very close as well. Charles Leclerc's defending. Was that side by side between, who is this? Everybody's side by side at the moment. This is Logan Sargeant. Logan Sargeant in P6 for Team USA. What a performance from him. Unbelievable. As Leclerc and Verstappen, I thought Verstappen was going to make a move there. He's definitely going to make a move going into turn 1. He is so close. Those soft tires are working very well for him. He got him heated up and in racing condition very quick here. But Verstappen doing the same thing he did last lap. DRS is not open. It should be open this lap. I'm surprised it's not. But look, DRS is enabled now. Okay, it's going to be next lap where DRS is going to be enabled. Doesn't look like Verstappen's going to make the move. No, it doesn't. Ricciardo stays behind him as well. This is very close between two childhood rivals. The incident moment between Leclerc and Verstappen. Oh, that was so tight. Leclerc shut the door on Verstappen. Can Verstappen make a dive bomb now? He doesn't look like he is. Leclerc is just braking as late as he possibly can to stay in the lead of this Grand Prix, as Leclerc is fighting for his life at the moment. This is absolutely insane, with Verstappen running into P2. He's trying everything he can to get around Leclerc, and he just simply can't. Leclerc is shutting the door at every opportunity. This is a defensive masterclass at the moment from Charles Leclerc, as Ricciardo driving for Team Australia. What an underrated drive he has put out today. He was dropped mid-season for Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson not going to be driving in this World Cup. We got Jack Doohan as the reserve for Team Australia. Unfortunately, there is no Team New Zealand. Maybe in the next one, but Leclerc and Verstappen, oh, they're fighting so hard again. Leclerc's going to lose, definitely going to lose P1 here. I'm sure he tried to get a 1-second gap, but Verstappen on those softs, just, it was not ever going to happen. Here goes the DRS. We got Verstappen, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Alonso, Gasly, Ocon, Stroll, or not Stroll, Logan, Sargeant, Vettel's in P8, Albon's 9th, Hamilton's in 10th. Leclerc's going to go from P1st down probably to P4 just because of how overpowered the DRS is here with these equal cars. Leclerc down to 4th. Now Verstappen is in the lead on those softs, but Daniel Ricciardo is on mediums, and he's like pushing Verstappen through these corners here. Can Daniel Ricciardo go for the lead? These are ex-Red Bull teammates. Red Bull's golden boy, Verstappen, and Red Bull's ex-golden boy, Daniel Ricciardo. And we have Red Bull's ex-golden boy, Sebastian Vettel, running into P8. We got the past, present, and future of Red Bull here driving. So this is very exciting. We got a couple laps to go here. And this race is nowhere near over. This race is nowhere near over, everybody. Get ready. It's going to be an absolute dicey one. Is Ricciardo going to try and make a move? I thought he was. It was going to be close. The top 4 looks like they're pulling away just slightly here. Ocon and... Oh, because we have the French Civil War, of course, between Ocon and Pierre Gasly. They're battling and just losing time. No surprise there. Here goes Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo through the final couple of corners here on this lap. Ricciardo's going to have DRS, but Verstappen with those softs might just as well perform. It might give him the traction needed out of the corner, but it doesn't look like it. Daniel Ricciardo, the Australian, dropped from RB in the Red Bull family recently, has now taken the lead here in Imola, as Ricciardo now in the lead of the Grand Prix with Alonso in 3rd, Verstappen's in 2nd, and Charles Leclerc is in 4th as the two French cars of Gasly and Ocon are battling, giving the top 4 a nice healthy gap and a little bit of breathing room for them to battle with 15 laps to go here in Imola. Wow, what a race we are seeing today. With 13 laps to go, we're going to take a look at the running order once again. As Charles Leclerc is leading in Imola. Like I said, DRS overpowered. They flip-flop every single lap here with Max Verstappen running in P2 with those tires. Leclerc's tires are looking real nice. He's absolutely managed them to perfection. Ooh, it's going to be pretty close here. Is Verstappen going to make a dive bomb? Oh, is he going to make a dive bomb? He keeps a nose, and no, he does not. Leclerc defends it just as well. Daniel Ricciardo is currently running in 3rd, with Fernando Alonso driving for Team Spain in 4th. Albon is, he's overtaken both of the French drivers. He's running in P5, trying to catch up to this lead here, with Esteban Ocon running in P6, representing Team France. Sebastian Vettel is in P7, representing Germany. What a drive he's put on today. This is like last to first challenge here for Sebastian Vettel. Gasly running into P8, doing pretty solid there. Lewis Hamilton looks like he had a terrible strategy. He's in P9 as Verstappen has just taken the lead. Logan Sargeant for Team USA running in P10. He's doing absolutely fantastic there, flying the flag for the USA. Carlos Sainz having quite an underwhelming race. Once again, terrible strategy. He's in 11th. Lance Stroll for Team Canada running in P12. Oscar Piastri way behind in P13. I don't know what's happened to him. Maybe he's got a little bit of damage. Jehan Daruvala is right on the back of Piastri in P14. He's the fastest of the soft tire runners who pitted under the safety car. Jack Crawford running in P15. Antonio Giovinazzi running in 16th. Oh, looks like we got a battle up ahead there. Nicholas the Goat Latifi running in P17. Kush Maini is in P18. Nick De Vries in P19. And Andrea Antonelli looks like he's got a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, after having a fantastic qualifying, he's running in dead last here in this Grand Prix. That's so unfortunate for Andrea Antonelli. I want to see him perform well. We got a battle here between Kush Maini and Latifi. Oh my goodness, they were side by side right there. That is very exciting. As Ricciardo now back in the lead, as Verstappen is doing his absolute best to try to still take the lead from these guys. You can see the tire delta. Alonso looks like he's managed his tires even better than Charles Leclerc. I believe Alonso did pit after him. That could be why. But Ricciardo's now down in 3rd. Verstappen into the lead once again. So many lead changes in today's race. This is so exciting. I love the World Cup, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Lewis Hamilton has absolutely binned it. He is out of this race. So is Esteban Ocon. There's been a crash. We're going to get a look at the replay here. This is battling for P7. Esteban Ocon and Lewis Hamilton. What has happened? Did Esteban Ocon outbrake himself? He locks up. Oh, and he just clobbers the back of Lewis Hamilton. No, Ocon, you massively hit Hamilton. What do you mean you got massively hit? Safety car is out. Esteban Ocon is out. Hamilton is out. Both of the Great Britain drivers eliminated from this Grand Prix. Safety cars out with how many laps to go? I don't even know. We have 6 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Max Verstappen is in the lead with the safety car out. What a absolute twist here. Antonelli has overtaken Giovinazzi, by the way, for the last on the grid. Daruvala running in P8 here. What a performance from him. I can't believe that has happened. Both of the Great Britain drivers taken out by Hulkenberg and Ocon. Ocon does get a 5-second penalty. I mean, he's out of the race already, so whatever. Yeah, he caused the collision. I don't know what he was saying. He was hit. He literally just outbroke himself and just clobbered the back of Hamilton. But yeah, we're going to get to the end of the safety car, get to the restart, and yeah, see the last 5 or 6 laps. Safety car's ending now with 58 out of 63 laps left. We got 5 to go. Heading to the line, Verstappen with 51% tires. We are green now. Charles Leclerc in P2. Can Max Verstappen finally use these tires to get away without DRS? This could be an overtake. This could be a defensive masterclass for Verstappen, or will it be a tire management masterclass for Verstappen, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Alonso, Albon? Everybody is still in the picture here as Verstappen is gone. And Ricciardo's on the back of Charles Leclerc. Leclerc's trying to get a great slipstream. Ricciardo and Leclerc are side by side heading into turn 1. This is going to be really close between the Monegasque and the Australian as Leclerc defends a position in P2 and somehow doesn't lose much time to Verstappen. Verstappen's still in the lead here with on that 59 out of 64 laps to go. This is going to be very exciting to the end. Daruvala is putting an excellent performance, by the way, for Team India as we have Hamilton, Ocon, Norris, and Hulkenberg out of this race. Both British drivers taken out by the French and the German driver of Ocon and Nico Hulkenberg. Just no faults of their own. They were minding their own business and they just got absolutely clobbered into the gravel traps. That's unfortunate there. But Max Verstappen is in the lead of this Grand Prix. This is going to be very close to the end. Piastri overtakes Maini. That's unfortunate for Kush. But the tires... Will the tires hold on as Ricciardo sent it onto Charles Leclerc here? Ricciardo wants this win. This could give Verstappen the gap he needs to get away. Will Leclerc defend it? It looks like he does not defend as Ricciardo sends it down the inside. Ricciardo up into P2. Verstappen trying to get away as much as he can. He's got half a second lead ahead of Ricciardo and Charles Leclerc as they're still side by side. Alonso's going to try and get into this fight. Oh, we're going to be 4 wide with Alex Albon here, the other international car. We're not, as Leclerc is still half a second behind Ricciardo. I don't know what happened to him there. He got a terrible slipstream. Alonso's in 4th, and Albon still running in 5th. Vettel having a fantastic Grand Prix going from, I believe, like P18 to P5 at the moment, or P6, sorry. Daruvala is up into P7. He's overtaking Carlos Sainz. Go on, Team India. What a performance from him on those soft tires. He's got the grip that he needs. Verstappen and Leclerc still the top 2 in this Grand Prix. We have a yellow flag. Jack Crawford's going backwards. Jack Crawford. And we have the VSC is out. Jack Crawford has hit the wall. Jack Crawford is out of this Grand Prix. DRS is disabled at the moment as the virtual safety car is out. Let's take a look at the replay here. What has happened? Here's Jack Crawford. Did he spin on his own or did he get hit? Oh, he has spun on his own, and Jack Crawford is out here in the US. That's probably the same crash it looks like he had in qualifying. Not good news there for Jack Crawford or Team USA. That's going to cost money. Yeah, you can see the team not looking happy about that, but the VSC is out as Verstappen still in this lead. Yeah, Jack Crawford out of this race. We got 5 retirements. That is very exciting. You'd love to see that here right now. It's looking very good for Verstappen. Let's get to the end of this VSC. VSC has just ended with 2 laps to go. It's going to be a battle between Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen. We're on lap 62 out of 63. Can Ricciardo or Alonso get onto this? Both drivers are pushing like absolute heck. Looks like Gasly, Giovinazzi, Antonelli all have damage. But all eyes are going to be on the battle between Verstappen, Leclerc, Ricciardo, and Fernando Alonso. Maybe Albon. Throw Vettel, throw Daruvala in there. Anybody in this top 10 at the moment can win this race. Somehow Sargeant is running in P9. It's a race of attrition today, but it's going to head into the final lap. It's going to probably come down to the final corner. Who will it be? Will it be Max Verstappen? Will it be Charles Leclerc? Will it be Daniel Ricciardo? A DRS is enabled. Here goes Charles Leclerc to the lead. Here in the final lap, Max Verstappen enters the final lap, but Charles Leclerc is taking lead. Ricciardo up into P2. Verstappen is getting absolutely swamped. I'm sure he did not want to be the leader as Max Verstappen is down into 4th. He's down into 4th place. Albon has got up in the 3rd. for Team International, but the winner, the leader at the moment is Charles Leclerc. But what can Daniel Ricciardo do? It's a currently 1-3 for Team International. What a performance for them. Oh my goodness. Daniel Ricciardo is in second. Can Max Verstappen fight back? How bad are his tires? His tires are at 43% as Leclerc's on 61% with his hards. As Ricciardo, oh, I thought he was going to set it on the final lap here. This is the final lap. You got to give it absolutely everything. You got to represent your country with complete pride. And all of these drivers in the top 10 are at the moment. Charles Leclerc is leading, but can Daniel Ricciardo make a dive bomb anywhere? It'll be close to see if he can. I'm sure he's going to try. Leclerc defends the inside. Will this compromise his exit? Doesn't look like it. If anything, Daniel Ricciardo's exit was compromised. Can Albon make it a 1-2 for Team International? Looks like Charles Leclerc's going to take the win today. This is huge for Charles Leclerc and Team International. Rounding the final couple of corners on the final lap. Doesn't look like it. Charles Leclerc is going to take the win and win opening round here in Imola as Daniel Ricciardo for Team Australia P2 and Alexander Albon takes P3. Verstappen down to 4th, Alonso 5th, and Daruvala for Team India in 6th. Sainz 7th, Vettel 8th, Logan Sargeant for Team USA in P9. And Lance Stroll rounds out the top 10. What a Grand Prix we just had. 2 safety cars, a VSC, unbelievable. And at the end of the Grand Prix, here are your results. Charles Leclerc has won round 1 with Daniel Ricciardo in P2 and Alexander Albon in 3rd. Max Verstappen was in 4th with Fernando Alonso in 5th. That is an unfortunate result for Verstappen as he was leading in the final lap there with really worn softs. Not the best he could have done there. Alonso for Team Spain in 5th. Daruvala, what a race for him in 6th. Sainz in 7th. Sebastian Vettel P8. Logan Sargeant gets points for USA in P9. And so does Lance Stroll in P10, scoring a point for Canada. Maini, he was 11th. I guess he got a point for the fastest lap. I don't know how that works. Maybe it's top 12 now. I'm not too sure. Oscar Piastri in 12th with Gasly in 13th. Nick Vries in 14th. Nicholas the Goat Latifi in 15th. Antonio Giovinazzi 16th. And the last of the finishers, unfortunately, was Andrea Kimi Antonelli in P17. Jack Crawford did not finish the race. He finished 18th. 19th was Lewis Hamilton. 20th was Ocon. 21st was Lando Norris. And in 22nd and dead last, after fighting for podium, was Nico Hulkenberg. And that was your driver standings. Let's take a look at the team standings right now. Team International with a 1-3 has a massive lead already as Leclerc and Albon took a 1st and 3rd. They have 40 points. Australia with Ricciardo's podium is in P2. Spain is in 3rd. The Netherlands running in P4 with wildcard in P5. Germany in P6. USA is running into P7. Canada is in P8 with 1 point, and yet the scores France in P9, Italy in P10, and the United Kingdom, unfortunately, end up in dead last. Stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy round 1 of the World Cup, stay tuned for round 2 in Silverstone coming up next. It's going to be an absolute banger. You guys know what Silverstone is. So with that being said, thanks so much for watching. Once again, shout out to Weekaz for the mod, and go check him out. All the links are going to be in the description down below, and all my links are once again on the description down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.